Alright guys, I just walked out of the theater after watching The Mandalorian and Grogu, and that ending? Yeah, we seriously need to talk about it right now. Because honestly, I haven't seen a Star Wars movie leave an audience this shocked in years. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Going into this, I was nervous. It's been 7 long years since we got a Star Wars movie on the big screen, and after all the recent Disney Plus fatigue, a lot of people were worried this was just gonna feel like a stretched out TV episode designed to cash in on nostalgia. But let me tell you something immediately. This movie absolutely deserves to be seen on the biggest screen possible. The scale feels huge, cinematic, and surprisingly emotional. It genuinely captures the spirit of the original trilogy, while also dropping a massive bombshell ending that is 100% going to break the internet. The story picks up right where Season 3 left off, with Djarin and a slightly older, much more capable Grogu living a quieter life on Navarro. But that peace doesn't last very long. New Republic officials recruit them for a highly classified deep space Black Ops mission, where they're tasked with tracking down an underground Imperial remnant network experimenting with some seriously dangerous, game-changing technology. And honestly, the transition from that slow, cozy opening into a full-blown galactic spy thriller happens so naturally that you barely even notice the stakes getting cranked up to 11. Watching Djarin move through these massive cinematic action sequences instead of smaller TV-style fights feels incredibly refreshing. Everything feels bigger, heavier, and way more intense on the big screen. But what really carries this entire movie, and what makes it hit emotionally, is the relationship between Mando and Grogu. Grogu isn't just sitting in the background looking cute anymore. He's an actual active partner in these fights now, and some of the Force moments in this movie are genuinely jaw-dropping. Jon Favreau brings back that gritty, lived-in Western aesthetic that made people fall in love with this side of Star Wars in the first place. The visual effects are phenomenal, and the space battles feel chaotic, heavy, and honestly terrifying at times. There's one sequence on this ruined Outer Rim planet that feels so tense and suffocating, you'll literally forget you're holding popcorn in your hand. The atmosphere in that scene is absolutely insane, but the part of this movie that's really going to explode online is the third act. Without diving into major spoilers, the climax completely changes things. The direction of the post-Empire era shifts in a way I genuinely did not expect. They reintroduce a massive legacy faction from the expanded universe, something fans have been theorizing about for years, and it instantly raises the stakes for everything moving forward. And that ending, man. The film delivers this beautifully intense, bittersweet conclusion that wraps up the current arc, while also leaving behind a gigantic cliffhanger connected to Grogu's heritage. What I loved is that the movie doesn't force a safe, predictable Hollywood ending. Instead, it leaves you sitting there in silence, trying to process what this could mean for the future of the galaxy. Look, if you're completely checked out of Star Wars and nothing can pull you back in anymore, this movie probably won't change your mind. But if you've been waiting for a smart, emotional, action-packed space adventure that respects the lore and treats the audience like adults, this is absolutely a home run. For me, this is easily one of the best things to come out of the franchise in years. I'm giving The Mandalorian and Grogu a stellar 4.5 out of 5 stars. Seriously, go watch this before the internet completely spoils that ending for you. Drop your theories about that final scene down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.